Hey, it's been a little bit. KC versus Giant X. I'm going to do the entire series straight through 2 times, no stop. And I haven't watched any of this. And since LEC is starting, I figure it's good, like, you know, just to catch up on what's going on there. So, for the comps, Jax versus Gwen. It's a pretty common counter pick into Gwen, Jax. He can get pushed early, and then eventually when Gwen starts getting some levels, she can actually outtrade the Jax, but it's a very spicy matchup. Like, it's a very skill-oriented matchup. Like, he burns Z, Gwen will typically burn her W. Yeah, you just gotta be really good at it. And if Lot, for instance, if Lot sucks at it, like, the game's just gonna get, like, steamrolled by Kana. Sorry, Kana. I need to make sure it's Kana, not Kana. Trundle, very high priority in a lot of regions. Jarvan, it is, like, one of the counter picks you will see into Trundle. There are other options that are pretty spicy, like Fiddlesticks and things like that, but nobody really tries to go for that. Rise, so they have a roaming mid with ganking jungler, so mid jungle will be pretty damn important, and if they can influence top, that would be pretty rough. They also have a winning bot lane, so overall it looks like they can get pushed in maybe all 3 lanes. That can be a huge problem for Isma to handle. We're gonna play it out, but yeah, like, I'm a little spooked for Giant X.
On day 1, as we see Isma looking to see if you can get a little bit of a wall.
Alright, let me make sure it's on 2 times speed.
1 minute 10 to make sure that you have that spotted out.
Yeah, I think my focus is going to be exactly.
I mean, for Giant X, because I said a lot of good things for KC, like, they just gotta survive the early game. That's pretty much it. Like, just to make sure you're not falling behind too far. Trundle needs to influence probably top, and in bot lane, of course, when Alistar is around, like, level 3 pass, like, that's when you can also make a lot of grounds. And that's pretty much how he has to play the game. Like, maybe he can win a skirmish in a 1v1 versus Jarvan and kind of push that guy out. And if he does that on his own, that would be also massive, but yeah, he's gonna have some issues finding options because, yeah, like, the enemy should have a bunch of wards to cover a lot of, like, ganks because they have push.
You don't have a subsequent dash to get out of it. Kind of had a really fun time yesterday just playing tanks and still winning out in the 1v1.
You notice that Kana doesn't, like...
Another player that had any whale over time was Alice going 20.
He doesn't auto Gwen, he doesn't press his E because he doesn't want to push the wave too quick. He wants to get a, like, it looks like he wants to get a 3-wave crash. And he doesn't want to pull the minion aggro either. This is good! Nice! Hey, nice! So, they did on level 2, like, he has to do something early. I mean, like, that's really the end of the day. Like, if he lets things settle, they'll get wards. So, like, getting it done before wave 3, very good. Of course, it does put him behind on the clear, so Jarvan is gonna be on the map first, which is not the biggest deal because at the end of the day, like, he padded up, right? Kana crashed, and then I guess he ate shit from the bounce, which, yeah, it definitely can happen. It can be a little hard to play the bounce from the position he has because Gwen builds up to 5 stacks, and it's like, well, that sucks, but he does have jungle on his side, and since Trundle showed bot, ideally, you know, ideally, they should have found something with Jarvan. This here, I mean, it's not ideal for Noah to have to sack his base just so they can get a kill there. Like, that's pretty phenomenal for KC, especially for Kalist, who just got his base finished, so he actually gets to take a plate. He gets a red buff. But there's a lot of good things that happen for him there.
Looking for a gank towards the mid lane. Rise, if you can get his flash out early, becomes a sitting duck. Rise boom down. Vladdy's gonna try and walk away. There's the pillar. Jack's not really follow up too much here. Just has a bit of damage here. Vladdy's able to walk his way away.
Isma's not doing a bad job for this game, honestly. Like, even just getting that chunk, like, Rise has no TP, really helps them, like, get control for the dragon. Yeah, this is not bad for Giant X. It's not an easy game, so, like, it's pretty good. Looks like Lot was able to bait the Jax R, and he didn't even trade his R, so that's pretty good.
I think the main focus for them is going to be trying to keep their bottom lane safe here and make sure that their bottom lane is still able to farm efficiently. Just that Isma can try and make some presence on the map now, especially. I think he needs to look for counter ganks against Light.
So he's thinking about the crab top. His Jax got a reset over the Gwen, which is really good. I mean, that in itself is, like, like good on KC's end. So he gets the crab. I'm curious. No, he's not gonna go for it. It would have been interesting though if the Jax could get in time to push the wave and actually do an invade. That would have been pretty interesting. But it looks like they're playing for gank. But Jarvan kind of needs to farm to get a 6 at this point. Like it's that timing. Like Grubs is coming up. He's still pulling the wave. If they don't turn this wave around, then the Grubs can go over to... Well, the only problem is that Mott hasn't based yet, so... Oh, dude, if this guy dies this way, that's pretty cringe. That's kind of cringe. These guys are doing okay, probably. It's not phenomenal, but they're doing okay. It's a good play by KC in some ways, though, because that situation was already semi-screwed because Kana didn't try to turn the wave, and he didn't have R, so there's not a lot of opportunity, so getting the kill works out for them. Ori the top, so Jax can't do anything. Damn, they're really... They're doing pretty good playing around Kana, I'm not gonna lie. They have vision set up first on bot. Targ is not even... didn't even get, like, vision ahead of time. Isma did get the crab, but yeah, his guys took bases to get tempo, so he had to lose his flash, which... It's okay, not phenomenal, but it's like okay that Trundle doesn't have flash in the end of the day. It will be awkward for the Dragon test. I mean, right now they have no flash on Trundle. These guys have no flash on Ezreal and Jax. They do have TP on both on top side. Trundle wants the base for item. Does he have Triforce? He might, because he has 2 kills. Oh shit, that's big. Okay, so Trundle is very strong. They already have control of this. Yeah, so he actually... It's kind of awkward, because like you really do want to fight the drag for what's going on. But it seems like they're going to cross-map, and so he didn't do his camps, which is good. It's actually interesting that they decided to hit the turret top instead of taking the, like the remaining grub or whatever, and he did a lot of damage because he had Triforce, so that was pretty good. I mean, he didn't get any camps. I mean, he's probably gonna eye the bot crab. They have vision in place. The Gwen is still fine though on her own. They also know the Jarvan's top. As long as Ori can't be dove, they're fine. They could definitely go through mid one-timer. They're just going through top again. Okay, Vladdy definitely cannot die this way. I'll say that. Like, that's not acceptable. That's definitely not acceptable. They got the full turret. They did really good with that. Very good. They have not... See, so KC hasn't really progressed, like, anywhere, for the most part. Like, they lost all the grubs. 1-for-1 drags. The enemy team has gone out of the early game, so now they have, like, one of the most useful supports in the game. Their bot lane's not even behind. Yeah, they did good. Giant X did good. Isma especially has actually done well for this game. I wasn't like the biggest... I don't know if I was like the biggest fan of Isma. I still am, like, necessarily not, but like when he's like ahead, like playing ahead, like that's his like best situation. So they're playing through bot and getting vision for Ori first. So they're not starting Herald first, they're getting vision bot first. And if they don't have to play for the Herald, they're okay with that. And they'll take the turret. So yeah, I guess they're not even gonna bother for this, which is an interesting idea. I mean, he took both camps. They definitely could fight for it. Like, they definitely could have fought the Herald while securing initial vision on bot and contesting top late. But they did it. So now, Dragon's gonna come up, and we're probably gonna see a Herald slam on mid to fish these guys out. And we're just gonna play it off that way. Oh! Wow, Jackie's is just like on have one. I don't even know what to say. Like, Jackie's and Jun are just kind of...
Yeah, this is.
I mean, this Herald Slam sucks, by the way. I actually don't know why they activated it. Okay, that was... Was that the play? Oh, they did pick up Trundle for that. It was just a tad too much, I guess, in the end of the day, but... The Herald Slam sucked. I don't know why they did the Herald that way, because now the pressure of Herald's is, like, removed.
It's important to notice how vital every single win you can get is in this sort of format. You get 4 series, 4 best of 3s to prove you're in the top 4 in your group. You have to be...
They're opening on the map. They don't have to go into bot yet. They can definitely go through mid one time. Like, Trundle could do his red, and then go through mid here with the rest of the boys and clear the vision and top side. And Glenn could have been through mid as well at this point. And so now they're doing it. But it's like... It's a little slow. They're also splitting it up, so like the Gwen and the Trundle are now leaning to the right. They cleared brief vision on the left, but not really much for Ori to play off of. Now they're leaning heavy into Gwen's side, who has no TP.
Ocean Soul would be superb for this team. A Gwen and a Trundle with an Ocean Soul will be happy.
I don't know.
As they say, as we see Casey try pushing towards this.
The Ori can't really do what she wants to do. They make a play on her. Wow. Well fucking played. Is he dead? Yeah, he's dead.
The angry cow out of those horns. Hayes, Yike trying to get away. No flash for him. Isma with the frozen domain should be able to chase this one down as we see Kana with the picture pushing in. Great pillar.
Nice. Well played. So for that play, like, don't get me wrong, Casey getting that pick, it's just, the problem was that it's just too deep. The idea of it was good, especially because they knew that Giant X did not get vision deep on top side, right? Like, they didn't get vision on the upper side, like on the upper north side of it, so it was open. They're pulling Otacon, but they're not actually controlling the brushes, which usually makes the fight, like, a little awkward. Yeah, I mean, that's on Giant X. Like, they shouldn't pull it that way. They should make sure it's really secure. And, like, the second they gave space for Casey to walk in, like, cause look, notice the tri-brush? So, look, Jackie's is holding it, but he left. You're not supposed to have everyone grouped onto Otacon like this. And they did. You know, Kana gets behind, and then Bliss just gets to hit for free the entire time. So, yeah, that was a big-time mistake by Giants, because, like, they're actually steaming ahead. And now, what, they're gonna lose the drag? Surely not. If they 5-stack in front, it's bad. Like, they need someone to actually flank. I mean, like... I don't know what to say. Like, look at your comp. Your comp is Trundle, Alistar, Gwen, Ori, Lucian. You have some upfront damage, which is not bad. But Gwen is not really the champion who wants to front. You know, she wants to have a flank to kind of like lure you around. And if you're looking at KC, it's just like, well, if you're going to play in front, we have literally Jarvan and Nico. Look at the flashes. There was 2 flashes gone on Giant Axe. No, I mean, technically 3 because Gwen doesn't have flash. And you had flashes on your main engaged units. Like, it's just going to be a bad time. So they didn't really, like, plan that out at all.
With that one, and with a minute now until Baron, they can start pushing these waves, start to use their composition a little bit more, and crucially get that vision. That makes it incredibly hard for Giant X to try back. You just saw that.
And that's what Casey was looking for in the end of the day. You know, Casey was just looking for a fight, the right fight to just kind of take over momentum. And now they're the ones who are controlling the map. Now they're the ones who actually can like pressure. You know.
Feels different, it seems, as they are relegated to just trying to walk back through their jungle, no camps up, just gain a little bit of vision control.
So Baron's in 15 seconds. They don't know that Jarvan disappeared. They're still not 100% sure where Jarvan is. Ana is like playing as a human ward, so he's like, okay, they're not forcing it, you're fine. They have standard vision, and Vladdy is sitting bot, but he's not over-shifting. He's making sure he's catching the next wave because they're not pulling, which is great. That's super good. Now they did mid-wave, 3 on mid-wave, over the top. We connected. They want that pink. They really do want the pink. It looks like they're going to get it. And notice that this guy has no vision bot, by the way. He pretty much has no vision bot. And Giant X has kind of wasted all their time just staring at the top jungle and did not ever make a play on bot thinking that Vladdy would do another wave. And that's an error by Giant X, because yes, if their jungle shows bot, there is the worry for Baron, and maybe that's like the main reason why they haven't done it, but letting Ryze cheat these waves over and over again, like maybe Alistar could get TP, that would maybe be a good way to like kind of go around it, like Alistar gets TP, but they had to do something. Look at this guy probably cheated like 4 or 5 waves in a row, like that's really bad. Because that means Ori has to keep re-showing bot too, like she has to keep going bot to catch a wave, keep going bot to catch a wave. Now they pull it, and Isma just face checks it, and it's like, now the game's over. Like they actually just lost the game. Like the second KC got that fight win turnaround, they choked them out.
I think this is kind of just put the nail in the coffin for Giant X this game.
I'd love to see the replay of it like 30 seconds before it happened, because I think
that was it.
And Jackie were both sudden. I think maybe the red storm.
I know I'm not encouraged.
It's very difficult to tell. Obviously, Isma felt the need that he had to face Jack, and KC very happily took the kill and took the Baron alongside it. 20.
I don't think these guys are going to catch up. I really don't.
The third dragon of the game. Collapse happening towards the top side with the Realm War coming in locked. Well, he's got no flash. He's only level 15.
Now Lana's just getting caught on side with his teammates playing way behind in their own base, their own like section.
It's just going to be very difficult. Wave is already here, but still, they're just going to hold on to control him. And it is kind of the slow bleeding for Giant X right now. There's just so little that they can do.
I'm going to say pretty quickly. Like, this is exsanguination. You need some sort of bandage, put a toilet KO, and just hope. At this point, I don't know where Giant X is going to cut off the circulation, because they camps keep spawning, they keep trying to get waves, and every time they do, they seem to be in asystole.
It's also the safety defense mechanisms that come through.
He smells completely abandoned playing with his team there, so he, I don't know what he's saying, he looks like he's looking for some camps because he's not really farming anymore. But he's also not present here, so there's no like pressure by him, so this kind of just folds over.
Very happy where he is right now. We didn't talk to Vladdy when we were getting makeup before this, and he was saying, hey, last time we scrimmed against Giant X,
looks too hard.
A close series today.
Looks way too hard.
But after a solid early game from Giant
I do like Kana's control. I mean, it's like one of the best things about. Oh, well played. Well played. I mean, that was a pretty damn good defense by Jackie's. I mean, Jackie's for sure is playing well in this game. Yeah, Kana's just too good. I don't know what to say. Like, he really is just too good. Like, sometimes it looks like he may make a misplay, and it does happen. But he's very good at keeping himself controlled. Like, even despite those situations happens, he's taking the right bases. He's not overexerting himself. Like here, like yeah, okay, so they got a shockwave. It was really, really good. They couldn't finish it out. So be it. And then Kana knew he actually didn't have any threat on himself to actually mess with them. Yeah, Jackie's for sure is the best player on this team for this game. 100%. It's not even close. He's definitely the ace of the game. For the losing team, you know? Vladdy lived. It was a close call. It was definitely something Casey should not have attempted, because they had 4 players, right? So like you're kind of inviting the chance of a 4v5, which is a good way for Giant X to turn it around. They're trying to choke them and hold the space in the bot jungle so they can actually just take the drag freely. And the only thing, like the only solution these guys have, pretty much Giant X, is they're so fucked. The second Jax is behind them, like they have to chase this guy down, and they have to ruin him. But by doing this, they also lose the drag. So now they gotta play for the Baron, but now they're being pressured on the bot inhib. So Casey has advanced the situation a little bit. Didn't get it. They did die. But it looks like they did lose a little bit. Oh, they did lose the turret. Okay.
Also, Jackie's been able to finish off now a bit more too. Like, it's a little sloppy, but they're kind of holding on.
That Baron is definitely going to let them sit for a little bit, which is kind of annoying. I mean, I guess in the end of the day, because Baron was coming up, it was actually not the worst for Giant X to chase them. Like, yeah, you lose the drag, and to be honest, if you're going to lose the Baron at that point, I know going for the steal feels good. I mean, also for the way the map is, I guess it's just kind of like a free look. Like, if you die, it doesn't really matter. They're not really going to get a lot off it anyways, because of the waves, so it's probably worth him still trying to steal it. Because of course, if he does steal it, it's like, good fucking luck.
As Giant X is bleeding, has been
But
stopped.
yeah, them having the Baron lets them kind of recover the map.
AC, how do you defend? Gwen's coming across. Target is looking for the flank. They just give it up. Another tier 2. 6,000 gold out of the Baron power play. And only, I say only, still a 6,000 gold lead for KC.
And that's right on dead cap. Yeah. For Jackies as well. Again, like these are kind of the breakpoints they really wanted. So even though you have a lot of gold, it's levels now across the board even. So you're not really looking for a big advantage there. You're starting to see the creeping of these big.
The Rise does not have Void.
You're almost full build here. For Noah, he's going to finish off.
But he has a lot of fucking damage still.
It's not going to do a huge amount here.
BP coming in as KC looks to catch out. Noah doesn't have the claims and the flash Kana on that front line. Headbutt was used by Jungle, but it will be back up.
I don't know why the Ezreal has GA. Like, he's not even like a target in any of these fights or anything. Like, the GA is like kind of very unnecessary. Isima has had like maybe 3 or 4 deaths that are just like absolutely awful, by the way. Like, and it kind of just like breaks the game apart. Yeah, he's had like, it sucks because it's definitely like an Isima way of like things happening the way they happen. Like, he can have a pretty good early game, and then as the game progresses, his fighting sense, his awareness can kind of drop, and yeah, it's kind of just snowballs. So for me in that game, like I said, the ace for sure is Jackie's. Like, that guy was definitely on one. He did good. The worst player of the game, it's unfortunate because I think Isma had a really good early game that propelled the team. And he definitely started inting it up quite a bit over time. I think their bot lane was fine. I don't think that like the Lucian did literally anything though. So like I'm kind of in between Lot and Noah. Because in the end of the day, if you're playing Lucian, like you gotta actually like step up and get shit done. Like literally, this pick was non-existent. The MVP for this game, wow, I really did not type that right. It's not Targ. It's not Vladdy even. Honestly, in the end of the day, it might have been Kana for just like how he played the game, like how he just had a very solid game. Because I think everyone like did their part in a way. I definitely do think Targ had some inting moments. Vladdy had some inting moments. The Jarvan was okay. Like, the person who really stood out the most in the end of the day and just had a very complete game was probably Kana. So that's how I feel about the first game. Now, let's go to the second game without the draft.
He's just going to ult Aurora off.
See this top side. Look and see perhaps if Kana oversteps, if they can get a flash out of him early doors, but Kana's down in the bottom lane right now, so it's much to do about nothing.
Okay, so going into the second game, we have Chase versus Aphelios, which is pretty old school. We have a Pantheon, so they got basically the best jungler in the game, tank versus tank, with scaling 80s. This is like a very interesting, like, we gotta win through mid kind of game, you know? Like, if your mid laner is in a power position, they're just gonna run the map. So they have a ward to see where Pantheon starts.
I think over. Yeah, that is true.
Casey does it. I wonder if that's gonna be a problem.
Early on as well, you got 1,100 gold. You can go for the Caulfield's Warhammer if you want. Although we do see the pickaxe early on from our junglers if you're going towards the Eclipse or something. But Sky probably on the mid for both these junglers.
The only thing I'm a little
we'll find out.
Because you've got push on bottom side, if it now gives Isma a little bit of opportunity to try and play for window into that bottom side, playing off the bottom pressure.
And of course, you know, if like for instance Vladdy just outplays Jackie's in the 1v1, that also is a problem. Like if one of the mid laners completely outperforms the other, yikes. So they do get knowledge on Isma, so now they know Isma is in fact doing top to bot and matching, which is expected.
It's just going to be a nice easy sailing. Well, everyone kind of wants to try and get for those those quick first items. I like this early reset for Noah. This is kind of what became the evolution of the Jinx versus the Aphelios matchup. Jinx pushes in, first 4 waves, crashes, resets, pick up gold, and then immediately come back into that bottom side. And it means that the Aphelios has to push in bot to try and match really quickly to get the gold.
Double smite by Yikes, so he can be on bot sooner.
Into the 2v1 matchup than the Cassandra can. So Noah going to be perhaps gifted some solo XP and gold. He will be for a little bit. The question is whether
they already
on that top side.
swapped.
To push out that extra wave, only now getting their recall time.
But the matchup was really not that bad, so they lose the bot crab. Zen has to go top. Zen is going to do top the bot pathing, which is like
Something we too commonly see, but no
okay.
serious
They end up matching the swap.
towards the top, bottom side.
Yeah, all you want to do is just try. Again, it's just scale as much as possible. Cool, going to match there for Bliss as well. This slow push though, this is where it gets weird. So I think with the slow push,
I don't actually. You know what? I really don't know if I care about them matching the swap. Because the Rel Jinx isn't gonna do much, and the way the junglers are pathing, it's not really like.
Control in the pixel push there to make sure that there's a little bit of threat, there's a little bit of doubt in the mind of the Giant X's bot lane. Block here,
Lot's playing that pretty well. I mean, like, Kana ends up dropping a bit. Yike is like playing. So Yike assumed this guy would do one camp and look for a dive top. So they both kind of wasted a bunch of time. But to me, it's like, as long as you just had a ward, like you just ward and see if he's gonna go for the dive. But like if he goes for the dive, then he's gonna be way behind on camps, and that's not really good at all. So I feel like both junglers having like being there just seemed weird, really weird. And the reason why I felt like the swap maybe was not even the most ideal is because it's like it's Cassante, so like if Cassante is just covering the top wave, you even send your Thresh up there, the Fearless just like solo farms bot, and you get the dragon, like that's a really good trade-off. Like for this game, the team that's probably stacking drags is gonna be in a winning position. Because these are just two front-to-back comps, like that's literally what it is.
It's partly compositional, you talked about both teams just wanting to get towards those first items, also partly just about how you feel in the lanes. Like at the moment, no one seems to be happy enough dealing with Kalista and Tigers on top, and Lot seems okay with Kyle.
So none of them touch the dragon for like having their bot lanes both on top. So now Grubs becomes the thing. These guys push into the jungle and actually steal the blue away with a Thresh move. That's nuts. That's really rough, actually. That he just straight up lost his blue for that. And then Kliss just got a bunch of damage on Noah, which, I mean, that's not ideal. They kind of pretty much have to give up the Grubs, so now he has to trade out into bot for the drag, but he could also try to take the bot camps instead, but the Cassante could peel off bot, because he should never hit bot, by the way. Like, the Cassante should never hit for plates, and these guys actually already sent their Thresher support into this area, and they had Panther already. So now they're engaging, but it's kind of like a half-assed engage. Like, the Cassante should be coming from a flank, and they tried to turn on the two on the left, but that doesn't really make sense because if Xante's already coming from the bot side, Jinx is going to be late to connect. Like, look at the map. Look, the Cassante literally could just walk behind Xin and they could just go on Xin. Like, they could have just done that and then just played it out that way. At the same time, if they feel like they're late to this play, they don't need to even go for it because they have 3 Grubs and they can play for the bot turret. Like, the bot plays. Jinx is late. If Jinx is late, what does that mean? Like, they sent Sion on top. Can we dive Sion? I don't know if they can dive Sion, honestly. Like, it might be kind of hard. But you're farming the plates pretty well because you have 3 Grubs. So yeah, I don't know if that was really worthwhile for KC to actually like force the fight. And I know they like doing that. I know they like contesting the other side of the objective when the enemy tries to cross. But it's not always really good to do that. Kana's seen a lot of cues. Nice play. Damn. Damn. The Jinx Rocket also damaged. Really helped turn around that fight, but Giant X ahead in the early game again.
Absolutely to the races in this game. No hands back away, a little bit away, pushing Vigilance on his way across. Ghost Heal on this round.
Their bot lane is
doing
really well.
More than anything. I love
KC's.
early game as well. It's not about making sure that Noah is really fed. You can play through the other lanes. Noah will get it. You don't have to play around the Jinx. Just get him farm, get him gold, and then slowly he will come online through this matchup.
The Annie had no flash for a little bit too, by the way, so like...
The early kills on towards Annie too. Accelerate her towards first. I don't play for that now. It things like the next dragon, the Rip Power play as well.
It's kind of unfortunate you end up not finding a play on the Annie, because with Panther, it's just like, it's just free. Like, it's just super free.
It's more about being consistent now in the mid-game. You have a very clear game path on. Play around objectives, play for strong team fights, just try and take this nice and simple.
Kyle has no flash, it doesn't have the all-out. Jackson going to start with the disintegrate. Landed a good path, making Kyle dodges the side of Decimating Smash, and although he's chased out, he survives on half HP. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Kalist was the one to move here, as we saw Vladdy going down catch away before. Kalist gets another plate.
Damn! Dude, the Philios is getting so much farm.
alongside the Kraken Slayer for Noah. So that's a couple of catches ago. It's kind of the go-to for a lot of A carries.
Yeah, I think that it's
Noah just missed him.
Kind of annoying that Giant X, the way they did this, they're not even progressing the bot wave. And the bot wave, it looks like it's going into them, into KC, so they're kind of just dropping CS down there. But their CS overall is fine for like everyone.
He got the foot of the plates. He is in a decent spot now with Collector. He can look to play off of this. We're not in fight for KC, the next Dragon. But
ooh, great start ball. TP's coming out from Giant X. This is going to be
ooh, that was great on the dot.
But they put the double walls on it immediately, and Yike just dived way too far. No safety from the lantern. His soul goes in it as KC once again.
The only thing is that guy has flash, so it's like he hit him on the dot with the Panther, which means it's like he gets slowed, and it does increase damage. But it doesn't really matter if like nobody can follow up, and yeah, like literally nobody can follow up. So Yike has just been kind of, I don't know what Yike's been doing, man. His Pantheon doesn't look very appetizing. Kana's Cassante has been fine, but it's like, yeah, it's just been fine. They're trading Herald, so they're trying to cross-map into the Annie. She ends up getting out.
Manages to get away with his life.
But he went topside instead, so essentially Giant X is going to try and match for the tower, but actually he's going to reset now. I thought he was going to stick around and try and look for the tower damage, but tower, it looks like it'll probably be the grand scheme of things, both the damage going across the tanks.
They do get the turret, so at least they get that.
Picking up the objectives and the first 3 kills, in fact 5 kills to nil of this game. It's a bit of gold for KC.
Not a bad little fish look, you know? I mean, he would get cleanse at least.
And now they need to find a way to get themselves out of it. They are getting first items themselves. You know, collectively Andrew's
but there's no major objective coming up, so...
It's not a good look, the early sequence of this game, because it's not even like Giant X have outplayed them, but not so substantially that KC should be 5-0 down. It has been misplays that have been reacted to.
Interesting.
As charges in and Giant X get their first tower of the game. Riftel will be ridden down towards the bottom side. No saddle on it. I wonder what it's like inside of Riftel. Good movement there, Misma. But you jump into the eye, you then...
They're doing pretty good.
Is the weak hack get metamorphosing inside?
Maybe it's just like a power
I guess this is the forte for Giant X, because they're early game. Swear to God, that guy just dies. He does die. Wow. You're kidding me. Again? I really want to rewind this situation, but it's like...
Maybe not quite at the second.
Like, yeah, cool, the Scion gets some farm top, but like, look at the situation. So, the Rel ported to top, meanwhile they're making a play on bot. So one, the Rel should already be here to kind of like save this situation. She's not. The Jinx, kind of, the padding's kind of worse compared to like what like, Aphelios Thresh is doing, but it's just, there was really no need to go on the Cassante. There really wasn't. And Eastman just did it anyways. And like that is just like, again, this is just the reason why I never liked this player that much. It's just, if he controlled those situations, he actually would be pretty good. Because as you can tell, the way he navigates the beginning of the game is not bad. But once you have to actually fight and like properly like understand what's happening, yeah, it kind of dies out a lot. And KC are kind of just lucky that's just how it is for Giant X so far that I've witnessed, because yeah, they are getting outplayed in the early game.
That wouldn't surprise me at all. They're pinging it immediately. They're going for it. Importantly, Locke and Jackies both have their teleports as Kana continues to push in. Takes that top tier 1. Kind of TP to top. I don't think so.
Outside of mid. Well, outside of mid was even. Now it's changing up a little bit, but bot lane, their bot lane was ahead. Like their bot lane definitely won out. 3-man, knock up, bat. Ouch.
It was a little slow on the take from KC. They just don't really have enough damage, so Giant X are getting a position, but it's a good call. Like we talked about Giant X having vision on the top side to try and...
So they got it, so everyone needs to get out. And like, the biggest issue I have with this is just, you're doing Otacon, and they reach the point where they're clearly not playing to like use the objective to bait a fight. They're clearly trying to play out. So if you're trying to play out, play out. Like if Cassante has to die for it, so be it. Why are you like trying to save them all? Well played. Holy shit, this might go to 3 games. I actually thought it was a 2-0. It might actually go to 3 games. Was not expecting that.
You're looking for some way back into this game, but you don't have the same tools that you had in game 1.
Yeah, you don't even have the bar power either. Like, sure, the icon helps, but as you're saying, like, you've got 2 items in Aphelios, you still need another one. You've already got that last whisper, Noah now picking up that.
Lon has had a pretty good game.
Has now completely shifted over in favor of Noah, and
I think there's definitely been some situations that like Kana's just getting baited into, and it's not been ideal. Dak has had an awful game. His I swear to God, if this goes to 3 games, I'm just gonna see him play Maokai again or something. And Maokai is like the most lame jungler to play because basically you play Maokai if you just like want to have a clean and like effortless game as a jungler because you literally can't do shit. Like you press R, you press E. Like there's not a whole lot of skill expression involved in the champion. It's just like I don't need to think about fighting really. I just need to think about what I'm like, what's happening on the map.
Having a whale of a time so far. As we continue to see. Oh, Kana jumping across it onto. Oh, going to get knocked over the decimating smash. Should be fine. Should be able to walk this one out as we see ult.
Okay, that was a little excessive. I don't know why he ultied. Well, I kind of get why he ultied, but he didn't really have to. These guys are trying to do their camps, but like, yeah, they're like coming in, so we're not really respecting it. Beastman went too deep. Again. Yet again. Like, they picked this guy for free, by the way. That's it. Like, once this guy dips over, that's okay. Don't go over, but he did. I don't know why he went over. Now he's dead, and he lost his flash.
As you come back into live, you can get the Yikos in towards Dragon once KC actually going to take it, and they're in a position to contest.
And they lose the drag because of that. And that was your soul. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, Isma is actually the most frustrating jungler in the LEC.
Baron, but young. That is only resetting as well, so he does have TP, no deep vision for him. There's a ward around the mid lane. Now he's going to teleport to that ward. 7,000 on the Baron. The Lantern just short now gives them visions. Valley steps forward. Giant X following off it a little bit. Lot still sticks there with the aggro on him. Looks like Giant X don't want to go for the blip instead. They will just plot their way back towards the mid lane.
Yeah, especially when Yike has the Grand Stamp
That's so frustrating.
as well to get into the pit. It will always be a little bit risky 50-50 with the Lantern to get back out. So
the Aurora is definitely not doing fat damage at all. I hate that build. I really hate this build. Like, the entries and dude, it's so bad. It's good for like the front line hitting, but for the Aurora, I do feel like she should have went more damage, and oops, should have went more damage so she has threat on the Annie and on the Jinx, especially the Jinx, because if she can get the Jinx low from just her combo, the fight's won. Like, that's literally all she needs to do. The Annie has a much harder time to get to that position because of just the way the champion is, but Aurora, like, her R is so massive, and she has a lot more mobility to kind of like reach. Yeah, like, I don't like that at all. And of course the item just does zero benefit towards
ignoring bots entirely, knowing they want everyone here when a fight begins.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't like this build for this game. It's so typical for people to just go the HP building build. It's so easy to do that. But like, he's doing it even more awful. Hate it. They lose the game, it is in part because of Vladdy's build. And if I'm GX, honestly, like, yeah, the Aurora is not threatening at all. She might be threatening to Sion, maybe to the Rel a little bit. That's about it.
Oh, massive stun onto Yike once again. He flashes away, but he goes to meet his maker. Playing for the red buff, Yike just overstepping. Great flash engage from Jackie.
Especially the defenders were shown in that top lane, so like Casey,
dude, they're gonna lose.
Like, fall back, you don't need to just play for the red. You have no real ease of engage because Jun didn't have the flash to try and follow up, but if you just continuously walk into the decimating smash, that's going to be the easy setup.
They're gonna lose.
And Giant X will get the
because unlike the other game, in the first game they made a mistake, and it kind of just closed the game out completely for them. Because Casey did a really good job of shutting them out. Isma again, my man. But luckily enough, they all just died, and he got Pentakill, and the game's over. Wow, we're gonna go to a third game. Holy shit. I honestly thought this was gonna be a 2-0. So, let's go with the ace. So the ace is probably gonna be Kalist. I think he played a good game. Like, he did a lot of right things. He got good chunk, which led to them gaining control. Overall, and they had a lead. Like, overall, he had a pretty solid game. And it sucks for him that he ends up losing. I mean, the worst player of the game is very obvious. It's Yike. Like, I'm sorry, man, but like, you were so bad on Pantheon. Like, he's just not great. His Jarvan was like fine, but his Pantheon was god awful. Like, the fact that we just didn't have any mid plays at all, literally nothing, that's a huge issue. MVP, This one's a little hard for me because it's not Isama, I know that. Jackie's had a good game, but honestly, it might be Lot. Like, Lot had a pretty good overall game. I think the Jinx didn't really do anything that interesting. Like, it's basically between Lot and Jun, because both these guys created a lot of moments for their team. But I do feel like Lot probably did the most and survived a lot more situations that ended up becoming beneficial for them. So, yeah. It was good by them. Now we go into one more game, which I was not anticipating.
Taught not to talk about scrims. Here, they managed to pick up game 2 in control through the first.
So nicely.
So for this last game, we have the classic matchup of Galio versus Rumble, which, again, I've never really been the biggest, like, I've never been super happy about playing Galio into Rumble, because Rumble just progressively beats you. However, it is against Silas, so, like, they have a lot of, oh my god. I really want to pause. I'm going to pause just because I just want to talk about the comps, because I don't have enough time to talk about the comps when the game starts, but yeah, they have a lot of stuff that just completely obliterates melee. Like, they have Xayah, they have Azir, they have Skarner, and they have Galio. All these champs love you fighting into them. Don't get me wrong, the Rumble could definitely cook. Like, if Lot plays well, that's probably going to be their big difference maker, is if Lot is, like, really ahead. But outside of that, it's like, Vi doesn't want to ulti top, doesn't want to ulti jungle, can't ulti AD, mid is not easy. Honestly, it's an awful Vi game. It's definitely an awful Vi game. Yeah, dude, this is going to be hard.
Perhaps we
They gotta play, they gotta win early game. I'm pretty sure Ginex, like, and that's what they've been doing, so maybe it'll turn out well in that sense, but like, they gotta win early game. Their comp cannot win later on at all.
For his troubles, it's lethal tempo on the Azir into the electric
without like a very solid lead.
Bursty trades whenever he can.
I think it also makes sense because when a lot of the trades that you want to take is utilizing stuff like Taste of Blood to make sure that you can try and get these trades in, try and be a little bit safer. Sorry, get the heal through aggression in the lane. If you're ever passive in this lane, it is just not going to go well for you as the side. So we'll be keeping an eye to see how effective Jackie's can be, but it doesn't mean that for guys like Jake, when you have a Skarner that's coming from many different angles and catch people off guards, yeah, you want to play aggressive, you need that early vision control down to enable that. So it's going to be how can Jun and Isma get that vision control down to let Jackie play aggressive.
Something Jun and Isma have been doing really well, teaming up through that jungle support synergy in this series so far. We've seen them on the same page a lot, which is not always what was happening in Winter and Spring. A lot pushed in early here by the Galio. It's a common counter matchup, we always talk about it when it comes out, but Galio obviously with magic as a shield, with the ability to haunt the Rumble.
So we both know that they're all pathing to bot.
Can be a little bit difficult for the Rumble. Will still scale up.
Ooh, that was a mistake. That's unfortunate, because it looks like Jackie's was actually out trading Vladdy, but he just went a little too deep, and eating the turret shot kind of reverses the situation. Oh, we're fighting. Yep.
For the first time this series get first blood. It was a risky play from Ginex, hoping that they could get out towards Glazon. Punish him, but
yep.
not meant to be. And it means that now Jun falls, quick kill across towards Sky. Then crucially that freeze that was starting to be set up for Ginex to go through with Jackies.
This was here, and because of that, Vladdy won't go for anything more. Could have looked for another soldier or a flash.
Yeah, he's just kind of losing mid. It looks, because like also one issue is like when Jackie's is going for these trades, keep in mind when he does that, he's pushing the wave, and so Azir's just sitting by his turret, and he can never over trade. He never can like get the right trades because it's like, yeah, you will go into turret range like he did that one time. So the wave position was awful for Jackie's, and that's his error for sure. That's his error. You guys end up swapping. Good job by Lot to dodge that situation. They also broke the freeze, so they're gonna crash this, but also send their top laner down here, so they must be diving.
Will start to back away immediately. The rest of KC collapsing though. Lot has the flash dodges away from the Justice Punch. Will get taunted up here, but just be able to walk his way out. Knocked up by Targamas, who battle dances his way back to his top lane.
Yeah, they just needed to make sure that Lot lost this minion wave, but you see the same is meant to happen on that top side.
Oh Lord, that was greedy from Lot trying to step back forward.
No.
He's in level 6, doesn't have the
Also, their jungler is just like not here. Bro, Lot is just fucking outplaying them. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
I cannot believe that
I gotta say, man, the guy is definitely playing decent.
Picks up the kill. Again, like, I'm shocked.
That was so pipital. That was so fucking important for him to do that. But look at this next one. So they CC him, but Yike doesn't have his E. Because if Yike can reach with E, he's dead. So the fact that that failed, and I guess in the end of the day, that's more so on KC's error versus his error, right? But or his like outperformance. Oof, we lost Galio. And then Rumble gets to buy one one wave worth of time always because he has Rumble Art. Unlike Galio. The Corki is getting solo XP through a lot of these situations, and Corki versus Galio is a pretty fair matchup. So it's like okay for Giants. I mean, they got the drag. That's super important. They can fight for the grubs, because I mean, they should choose these fights, but they don't have Rumble Art, which they might give it up. Like, I might sack it. To be honest, I might just say, screw it, I'll sack it, and then just go in and like try to play on Galio or something. It looks like they're still gonna force it out, but there's no Rumble Art. So, but they have no Zero. I guess they just don't, I guess they're just not confident enough that they can beat that. And the Corki also shifted. And the Galio stayed. So that's probably one of the bigger parts of it.
I think it's mostly just trying to find ways like into make plays happen, because the decent vision control in the river, like he's just been spotted, he cleared out one ward here, the ward here, there's another here. Kind of most of the entrances that he has to get into plays have already been covered, and you can see Jun now starting to change his trajectory to play around this mid lane basement to make sure that there is nothing happening for Jackie's.
Jackie's very safe as well with the quickness, right? The ability, even if you get knocked in with an Empress of Eye, just to pop that charm up anyone that's on top of you. You can flash, respond to Duck Kingmaker, you can King Slayer, W.
The drag in 2 minutes, like I said, it's gonna be
remove himself from any
critical.
No, still getting solo
the Corki is really nice that the Corki is getting solo XP. Like, his rockets only get better with levels. Like, the Nollis hasn't got a lot done, though, for like kind of just being leaving this guy on his own.
They do have decent scaling to right, they start to get up there. You have the Azir, there should be in a decent spot. This Galio gets quite tanky as the game goes on. It's just nervous when you're playing against such a strong wobble combo coming from Giants. Just I'm
kind of surprised he went Swifties over Mercs as the Rumble, but like I guess he just didn't want to spend as much money and get the tier 2 boots now. But like for sure against this comp, like there's so much CC that Mercs is like pretty damn important. Galio TP. Okay, nice.
There was so much used to try to protect him, but now Jun might go down as well.
I mean, Kana's actually the one who's probably on the wrong side of this. Jun going back in with the hook. In the end,
That's nice.
Outside KC, the Drake should be their next objective.
I mean, that was
really good series generally, but it's these 1 or 2 moments that really.
That's actually so annoying because they really need to stack the drags.
I
really want to rewind, and I probably will rewind. Oh god. Okay, well he just killed himself.
Jackie's might be able to get to the blast cone. Targamas gonna try and follow him around. Khalid's coming in as
Maybe
well.
not.
Puts down the feathers, and Jackie's even with the Kingslayer won't heal up.
Nope, he did.
Again, though, it's like sloppy mistakes. There was no need for him to be in the mid lane. It's nice that he got to escape.
So like he locked, like I don't know what he's doing. Like he knocks over. I guess he didn't think Skarner was there or whatever the case is, but still like there's not really a lot of need to do that. He's made 0 plays on mid. Again, made no plays on mid with his Silas, who yeah, kind of needs to shit to happen. I wonder if they're just bad playing around mid, and like you just depend on Jackie's to get a self lead.
Of this game have definitely come up in favor of KC Hartman when Lot was able to outplay the dive on that.
I mean that's not true because they did a Trundle level 5 gank that did like kind of offset things for them, but like outside of that, I haven't really seen anything.
If he tries to contest the wave at any point in time, it's really difficult, which is why I think they're trying to send him towards Hannah, because at least he's got a little bit more safety there. But yeah, it's just the lack of pressure on the wave.
And if you're KC, it's like, yeah, I mean, to be honest, getting that one drag really makes me feel good. Yeah, like the Corki's gotten a ton of CS in this game, but we're gonna win later. So like, if these guys, if this is where the game's at 15 minutes, like I'm pretty happy.
When we were in draft, we were talking about these. Like, there's so many tools for Giants to get on top of this. Is it as on your second? Does he need to keep himself safe? But because
and I'm not surprised at the end of the day, like, Yike played Pantheon, could not steer that champion at all, and he immediately goes to something easy, Skarner, like something simple.
It's just the momentum of the game.
And don't get me wrong, it's not like Skarner is like definitely not as simple as Maokai, like, especially because Skarner kind of clears slower. So like if you screw up like your moves with Skarner, you end up just like doing like nothing. Like you actually could just get behind really badly. The Vi pick has been very dead. It's been very whatever. I assume they early picked it too because it's like, oh, this is like a priority pick, Vi. But yeah, it's not really doing anything for me.
In the darkness, and you can see Yike beginning to collapse with him. The ward goes down. Targamas laying the trap, baiting it out. Yike comes into the bush as well. Now Giants realize, oh, it's a 3v3 if we do decide to take this Barney. Jumps the one to step forward. They go for Valley Season assist, not on the equalizer, even with a dead charge follow-up. Targamas with a great charm, double TPs. It's Jackie's who choice first, deals away the impale. We'll look for it to go between the uprights. Jackie's will fall to KC. as they collapse in the bottom lane.
And the TP from Kana buying the space that KC needed to deal with Jackie's in the back.
So now they lost the dragon again. I mean, like, he had an angle, but the only follow-up he had was basically Equalizer, which is like, it's kind of dog. Like, if that's your only, like, follow-up, and now the game's over. Like, literally, the game just, they lost the game.
Two Drakes in their pockets, mid lane turret their next target.
Like, look at this follow-up. Like, okay, first off, props to Targ. Targ stopped Nautilus from actually doing anything to follow up with CC. But, like, Corki could not hit. Silas could not hit because Silas was literally TP. So, like, it ended up just being, like, kind of whatever. And then Jackie's just, like, perma trying to do something for the team. He's, like, trying to, like, create a moment or whatever. And it's just, every single place is flopping by him. Every play is flopping by him. And so, in the end of the day, like,
tries to get away, flashes the wall phase, rushes enough alongside that summon.
I don't know, man. This game it just ran away from them so quickly. And even though I want to blame Jackie's for like the game, because yeah, he's getting shit on like big time. Like I do think that's in part for how the way Isma play. And I already know who the ace is in this game. I mean, like I said, I think this game's gonna end pretty quick. But for sure, I know who the ace is.
It was only 20 minutes ago. It was like, oh, Jackie's actually had a better Vladdy this series. We were just 2 game Andes, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, unfortunately, it is game 3 where it all comes to bear, and Giant X are kind of desperate to get whatever gold they can on towards Jackie's, on towards some of these carries, but you've got Adacon now in 10 seconds. There is as much blue as possible on that one side of the map. There is, I don't think, like, whatever the duck spawns at the start of the game would move and everything spotted on that one side. It is insane.
I'm a big fan of the crane on the new A-Ramp map. Yeah, really.
So much vision. So notice they get all this vision for Otacon. We base, we now go set up on top side. They also could play in the dark on bot again. Like, a lot of people are so quick to, like, go, like, through top. Like, we just got bot vision, let's go through top. There's literally nothing in top side. You just took the Otacon. Personally, if it was me, I would have the Skarner farm the bot camps, and I would do a sneak play on bot. Because they would never expect it. If they're never going to reapproach bot, like, the reason why people do it this way is because, you know, it is like a pendulum, like in terms of like, we went bot, so they get top vision. You know, okay, now we're going to go top and move that, and we're going to force away their strong side. And but like sometimes when you play on the dark side, like I said, like make a play on bot, they would not expect it. And once you make that play secure, yeah, like what are they going to take top? Probably nothing. Yeah, you don't stop them from doing something, but you kind of just get a pick and then you progress that further down. But in the end of the day, I guess their goal when they were looking at this was they wanted top tier 2. They wanted the last tier 2 turret, and then they're going to reset, and they're going to play for the drag. These guys notice they have a timer to possibly burn the drag, which yeah, I mean, do it, like, get it, and they do. You're fucking kidding me. Oh my god, that could have been bad.
But not by the others. Giant X lose 2 again. Targus chases a block towards the top side. Isma now. Man, earlier in this game, we saw you run towards this red buff area. I'm not sure it's as safe as you think. Spotted.
Playing Silas from behind is probably like one of the worst things ever. It's not like Yone. Like if you're playing Yone from behind, you can actually make plays to get back in. Play Silas? No, absolutely not.
Great TP spot from Vladdy again. This kind of comes back to all that vision control that we highlighted earlier. Jackie just getting clipped by the edge of that even with the flash over, and 2 by 2 they fall.
Just as they went onto the arc, 2 by 2 they fall.
Jace is another champion. If you play Jace from behind, yeah, if you're against a tank, it's probably like pretty rough. But you do so much damage regardless for just like the way your items like turn out that you will definitely surprise squishies. And it just takes a couple kills to like rebound. This game, yeah, I mean they don't really have any champions that are like that. Corki from behind, Styles from behind. Rumble could actually use it pretty well. I mean, yeah, you could say Corki could use it, but he's not going to do enough damage ever against these champs. So like only Rumble would really just like tear it apart.
But you really have to show up when it matters. Giant X here, 25% loss rate in series if they lose this one. Currently 6,000 gold in the hole, 11-1 KC scoreline. It's Palindromic and I like it. As now they set up.
These guys are crazy. They literally built one Mercs against Galio, Skarner, Azir, Rakan. That's crazy. Rakan kind of just died to the equalizer. They're ahead enough that like it doesn't really matter how that turned out. In the end of the day,
He'll find 2 with the help of Vladdy, and now the Baron should be secure.
Yeah.
took a lot from KC. They ended up going over the wall.
They probably could make it turn out a little bit better than what it was, but because like he flashes in and he's like, oh, I see a moment here, but it's just like I feel like you could just wait still until it's just a little bit lower and then do your moment and it'd be fine.
If there wasn't a technical glitch, I think we could have won this. I think is what he said.
Lot has been good though.
Yeah, also, I mean, his maths is
You know, I think when I first saw Lot, I thought he was just fine. I wasn't like in love with Lot or anything like that. But for sure in this series, because Kana is like for sure one of the better players in like, top lane. Like laning wise, like he's good. He's very good. So
see if you can find anyone. The problem is you have to make your way through Kana and Yikes to do it, and they're pretty damn tanky right now.
Seeing him against this guy and like actually kind of like holding down the fort, if not even being ahead, that's a good sign. It's a really good sign. They end up losing, like I said. You could pretty much say they're gonna lose because of the comp. I mean, Jackie's is like doing this, and that's probably because yeah, like he's 0-6. The ace of the game, very easy. It's a lot for sure. It's a lot. Worst player of the game. I'm sorry, like it is you, Jackie's, in the end of the day. But it is also Isima because you guys just had to like do way better for the picks that you chose. MVP. It probably is Vladdy for this game. I say that in regards that it's not Kana because Kana made some mistakes. Vladdy probably made the least amount of mistakes while like outputting and doing a ton in the game. Yike had some mistakes as well. Targ did pretty good. I think he did pretty good. Kalist, pretty good. But like a lot of the work probably came from Vladdy in the end. My overall thoughts from these two teams. I mean, KC, it's like their early game like definitely needs to get better. It's like kind of iffy to me so far, especially against Giant X. Like the consistency is just not there yet. And of course, you know, they do have still like these guys are still like rookies, so that's kind of like expected. Like you're not like they shouldn't be a team that's just like crushing everyone all the time per se. Yeah, like when it comes to like fighting, they just like they kind of int less than other teams. And like you could say, wait, but that doesn't sound very endearing. I mean, I'm just saying what it is. Like, yeah, they kind of int less than other teams. They seem pretty good at choking. Like, oh god. Okay, well, I don't want to say it that way. Not choking like bad choking, like good choking. Like, I'm gonna say hold the map. Security? Is that what we want to call it? Security or something? Like when you have a lead. Like I think this is actually not bad. Like it's like okay, like not bad. Especially because like I said, when they got that like, one fight win, they did not give anything back. And that was really good by them. Kana was just fine. Fine, okay. Like he could have been better. Like it was not like the grandest games by him. Yike, he's like fine, but like kind of bad at times, which is not ideal. Vladdy was like fine, okay. Like again, there's good moments and there's bad moments. Kalist, he was good for the most part in this series. If you were doing like an MVP of the series, or like at least for the team, the winning team, it would probably be Kalist across all three games. Targ, just okay, and then like the same thing, like some good moments. So like it's very back and forth iffy for Giant X. You know, Giant X, yeah, like their early game was okay, good. Like there's some good moments happening in these games from them, and the way Isima pilots and whatever. At the same time, I do think like sometimes they can overcross. I think sometimes like honestly like their mid play is kind of bad. Like for how good this guy's playing in like a lot of these situations, I think it's kind of bad. I think Noah, not really doing that good. Like, honestly, like, he's like just okay bad. Like, it didn't really feel that good. I think John was okay good. I think Jackie's was, like, I have to say he's okay good because of this game, but like, you can definitely notice like he's like a big part of this team doing well. He is just okay bad because like while like the okay part is like, yeah, he has some really good moments, but yeah, he has some really fucking awful moments. Noah doesn't have really awful moments, but he also just doesn't really have much happening at all. And I think Lot was like, yeah, like List, like he would be the MVP of his team. Like he was just kind of good throughout most of the situations in the series. And my host looking at this team, like for KC, I don't know, they don't really seem that intimidating to me. Like, at least on this first series. Like, we have plenty more to watch. You know, it's not like you're like, honestly, I've seen Kana play better games than what he did today. Same with Vladdy. It's just the team I saw today, it was just okay. The team I saw from Giant X, I see potential, but I see a lot of volatility. Which is not ideal. Like, there's just too much, like, swinging of the game. Like, just, you can't have these big momentum shifts from just random misplays. So you just can't have that. And so, like, they need to get rid of that, or else, like, you're just not really going to be a winning team. You're just going to be, like, a 50-50 team. But overall, for our first series watching LEC, they're okay. I mean, there's definitely some really good moments, like, that I thought were cool. Like, for just, like, macro play, and some fighting moments, but yeah, it doesn't feel like it's a massive difference. I just think there's some players that are just particularly good. Like I said, like Jackie's, like Kalist in this game, like Lot played, like Vladdy at times. Like, there's just some good players happening, but like as an overall set, can be better.